This is currently the most sold drone on Amazon, and today we're going to find out why. The drone is loaded up with some features like an HD camera, a 6-axis gyro, altitude hold, it has voice control, it can do 360 flips, FPV transmission, you can fold it up, and it also has visual positioning. Oh, nice. Inside of the box we do get a carrying case. Included inside of the box, you do get some propeller guards, an instruction manual, some AAA batteries for the controller, a USB Type A to C charging cable in order to charge the drone. You get a battery pack, and I'm pretty sure that there's another one inside of the drone. You get a controller, and what's really nice is right on the controller, they give you this little cutout that tells you what every single button is gonna do. This is actually a really nice feature. A lot of these Amazon drones do a very poor job at actually explaining to you what you can do with the drone. This little card here tells you it all. Honestly, for a $50 drone, this controller actually feels really well. It kind of reminds me of like an Xbox 360 controller. You have your top buttons here. This looks like it'll make the drone do a flip. I'm not quite sure what this one does yet. Actually, wait. Am I being silly or what? It does a short press to adjust speed, low, medium, and a high speed setting, so it can make the drone either go pretty slow or pretty fast. I should have read this first. On the right stick is where you can make the drone go forward, backwards, left, or right. The left stick is for up and down and your yaw. And the D-pad option here, this is to trim out the drone if it's a little bit windy and the drone is drifting to one side or the other. You can use this to help trim out the drone. I like having a dedicated option for this. All right, and yep, inside of the drone, we did have an extra battery. It's really nice to have two of these to extend your flight time. And here we have the drone, which it does fold up like it says on the packaging, just like any other DJI drone. It is relatively light, so you're probably either gonna wanna fly this indoors. Even though it is meant for outdoors, it'll probably do really well outdoors, but you wanna be in a space that does not have a lot of wind, because unless this thing has really good stability in high wind, just be careful. I'm just trying to say be careful. If it gets too windy, it might fly away on you. You have your little camera on the front of the drone here, which does look like it has the option to tilt down or tilt up. And look at how small this camera is. It's microscopic. Also included in this bag here, we did have some extra propellers and some screws to hold on the propellers. I like it. In order to get started flying the drone, inside of your instruction manual, there's gonna be a QR code here. You could try to scan it here if this is your first time, or just scan it from the manual. And this is what the app looks like. It is called Hiturbo FPV if for some reason the QR code is not working. Next thing you're gonna wanna do is get these batteries put inside of the controller. Once you have the drone batteries charged up to 100%, you can put them right inside of the drone. Next thing you're gonna wanna do is turn on the controller. You can do this by pushing the power button in the lower right-hand corner. Once you have the app downloaded and the controller is turned on, just hold the power button on the drone until it beeps to turn it on. Once it turns on, you're gonna need to look for a Wi-Fi network that the drone is putting off. You can see it right here. It's called Hiturbo S20. Once you get the check mark, you know you're connected. So now that you have the app installed, it's connected to Wi-Fi, the controller is turned on, and you've turned on your drone, just open up the app and hit click to enter, and you should notice right away that the drone feed is working. So there I am, see? Hello. All right, now that we've got everything set up, I'm just gonna do a little test flight in the garage real quick. It's really windy outside today. I think we have a storm coming in, so probably gonna have to fly it tomorrow, film the rest of this. So let's just try it out. This is actually probably one of the easiest drones I've ever had to set up before. I feel like all of these Amazon drones, I feel like all the apps are super complicated and they never just work. This drone, I had absolutely no issues. You saw it. My first time setting it up was right there. Everything just worked right out of the box, and the camera quality, you guys are about to see it in a minute when we actually go outside and start flying this thing. It actually looks, for a $50 drone, it's probably the best $50 drone camera I've seen. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All right, tomorrow I'm gonna go out and fly this thing and we'll see how it does. All right, well, we've made it out to our flying field. We're actually at a real RC airplane flying field today that I'm a member at. It's called Middlesex County RC Flyers. If you guys are from Massachusetts or the New England area and you guys wanna become a member here, I'll leave a link in the description down below where you guys can sign up. They're a really great group of guys and there's a lot of room here for flying drones. So let's take a look at it. So I found out a couple things while flying this thing. In order to get the best video transmission possible, you want to be literally facing towards the drone with your phone and the controller. Because this thing runs off of Wi-Fi, not 2.4 gigahertz like some of the DJI drones and fancier drones on the market, you literally want to be pointing right at this thing in order to get the best transmission signal possible. Like as you guys can see right now, it's probably running at like, I don't know, 15 or so frames a second. I don't know. I mean, the video signal, it's not great. Let's try a flip real quick. Let me get this thing kind of in frame here. You guys can see it. Oh, hey, look at that. You know, when you put this thing into sport mode and don't worry about the transmission signal, you just fly it and do flips, this is actually kind of a lot of fun. Oh, I think this would actually be a really good way to get a young person into drones for the first time, because you get a little bit of that, oh, hello. You get a little bit of that FPV experience using your phone for the video transmission signal. It's obviously not great. You're not gonna be, you know, flying 100 yards away from this thing. I should probably keep my eyes on this. It's a little bit windy today. As you guys can see, once you get this thing trimmed out properly, I mean, I'm hands off right now. This thing is just floating in the air here. It's actually doing a pretty good job considering we probably got like, I don't know, 3 to 5 mile an hour winds today, and this thing is really light. So it's actually doing a pretty good job. I wonder what happens if we push it. Yeah, it just kind of bounces back. That's actually pretty cool. This thing is actually doing really good if you just ignore the video transmission. Unfortunately, when you're looking at $50 drones like this, video transmission is just never really gonna be that good, unfortunately. You really gotta get up to like the 250 plus price range. Like once you get to like the DJI Mini 2 SE price range, I gotta keep an eye on this thing so it doesn't hit me in the head. Where is it? There it is. Once you get into the DJI Mini SE, I think is what they call it, price range, which is right around $250, you can actually get really good transmission. But unfortunately, $50 price range, this is what you're gonna get. So right now we're about 50 yards away. The video transmission signal honestly seems like it may have gotten a little bit better. I'm not sure how that's possible. But as you guys can see from the footage that we're recording right here, it's probably running at like 15 or 20 frames a second, which compared to your eyes is a little bit slow. But you know, it is working pretty well. Let's fly it back to us. We are getting a low battery signal right now, which is actually really good because a lot of these like $50 drones do not have them. If you guys remember the first video I did on the best-selling drone on Amazon, I was over a lake and the thing started losing battery and I landed half in the water, half out of the water. It was absolutely crazy. So a low battery warning on a $50 drone, I like it, that's impressive. All right, well, if you guys wanna pick this drone up, I'm gonna leave a link in the comments down below. It is an affiliate link, so I am gonna get, oh, hey, it actually landed by itself when it ran out of battery. That's pretty cool. It is an affiliate link, so if you guys use the link in the description, I will get a small kickback for every drone that is sold. Overall, this is probably the best, let me shut this thing off. Overall, this is probably the best $50 drone on the market. I have tested drones up to like $80 and it's probably still as good of a drone as any in that price range. Really, once you start to get to that $200 price range is where you guys really are gonna start to see improvements. If you guys like this kind of stuff, make sure you guys stay subscribed, hit the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I upload a video though. I love you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.